Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I wanted to do something simple, but that's pink and glittery. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button so you can see more of my videos. Anything that I use will be listed down in the description box below. If you'd like to see how I do this, then keep on watching. The palette I'm going to be using for this is the Morphe and Abby Roberts palette. I don't know why, but I've just been into pinks lately. I don't know if it's just because Valentine's Day was like last week, but I'm just like really into the pinks, and I saw like somebody do this look and I really wanted to try it myself and see if I could replicate it. And I think I love how simple it is and how cute and glittery it is, so that's why I'm doing this one. So if you're tired of the pink, I'm sorry. You can watch another video. I want to do pink in this one. So using a 213 brush, I'm going to go into the shade Love, and I'm going to use this to carve out the shape that I want. I've just been really liking this shade in this palette as well, but I have noticed I've been doing a lot of pink, so I think starting next week I'm gonna go to another color and try something a bit different because I feel like kind of doing the same things. So I need to look at some more inspiration and see about trying to do some new looks. Really lately I've just been doing what I feel like I want to do, not necessarily thinking about doing different looks and like unique looks. So I think I need to start getting back into doing that and kind of doing some research on some unique stuff, basically. This is what I mean. Did not match the shape. I'm gonna have to clean that up. So I am gonna be putting concealer on, so I'm not gonna worry too much about the shape underneath of the look because I am gonna be cutting the crease with this. But I did go a little too low, so I'm trying to fix it. I feel like one of the hardest parts about doing eyeshadow, and because of the way I do them for like filming, is matching the finished look with the not finished look. But honestly, you could do this with any color. So even though I'm doing pink, you can do this with like really any color and use whatever kind of glitter you want to use. I thought about changing it up and not doing pink today, but I really wanted to do pink because it's my favorite color. So you guys can really just do any color, any glitter shade that you have. I'm doing like a regular silver glitter, but say if you wanted to do blue in this, you could do like a blue glitter. If you wanted to do green, you could do like a green glitter, or you can like switch it up. So like this is really versatile. I'm doing pink, but that doesn't mean you have to do pink. You can really use the same technique that I'm using in this video to create like whatever color you want. You can even do this in like a rainbow. You can do different colors in this and just blend them together. That would be really cute. It just gave me an idea, but we'll save that for another time. For this one, you can really just do any color you want. Does not matter. I also finally got some brow gel so I can do my brows again. I do need to trim them because they're getting a little, the tail of them is getting a little long. I don't shave my eyebrows like I feel like a lot of people do. Because I'm afraid to do that and I don't want to do that, but I do trim them and try to line them up with my eyes a bit better, and they're a little overgrown because I haven't been fixing them lately, so I do need to get on that and quit slacking now that I have brow products to use. Going in with a Bellalash brush, I'm going to go into the shade Interrupted and just blend this pink out. And I'm really going to focus on blending this up instead of down because again, I'm going to cut the crease, so it really doesn't matter what's underneath of this. And if you're new to makeup and you don't really understand what I mean by when I say like blending up, I'm just going to the top part of the eyeshadow that's already placed and kind of blending on the top of it and kind of bringing it up blending wise. So if I was to blend down, then I would start on the bottom part of the eyeshadow that's already placed and then blend into my lid. But because I'm blending up, I'm going to blend up towards my eyebrow just a little bit. So it really just, I'm just talking about where my focus of blending is. And try to explain what I'm doing just because I do try to aim towards newer people that are newer to makeup that may not know exactly what they're doing and are wanting to learn how to do it, because I used to be that person. I didn't start doing makeup until I was like 21 or 22, and I'm 27 now, so I've only been doing it for like 6 years, and I know there's a bunch of people, a bunch of influencers, a bunch of YouTubers, a bunch of people that are doing makeup on social media that have been doing it since they were like in middle school, so they obviously have more experience on what not to do and what they should be doing and learning through years of practice. So I do understand that it is kind of hard, especially if like you're towards my age or older or even a little bit younger than me, that it may be a bit harder to just jump in because you don't know what you're doing. So I do try to explain for people like that. So if you have any questions or any misunderstanding, or if you think I could explain something better, please let me know in the comments below. I really do not mind to try and explain things a bit easier, differently, better, however, to help you learn. Because that's what I want. That's why I'm here. That's what I want to do. I want to give you the confidence and the understanding on how to do makeup. Because I'm not perfect at it. I don't know everything. I did not go to school for this. I'm just doing it for fun. So I'm still learning. So I just think it'll be fun for us to learn together. Now that that's blended out fairly well, I'm going to go back in with that 213 brush with that Love shade. And I'm just going to add this pink back in since it kind of got blended away. Because I do want the focus of this look to be this bright pink. For concealer to cut the crease, I'm going to start off using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Light Ivory. And then the brush I'm using does not have a number on it, but it's a very flat, very thin brush. I'm going to pick up a good glob of this concealer. And there's a reason I'm using this concealer starting out. It's more liquid, so when I place it, I can look up and it'll create, I don't know if you can see it. I can't really see the viewfinder very well, but it'll create kind of like a rough line on where I should start the concealer and the cut crease at. So I use that to my advantage to start a line. And then I just start cleaning that line up with the rest of the concealer. And then just going with the shape that was created with that line. And this is a nice little trick to anything, any kind of cut crease that you're doing, any eye shape, because this goes with the shape of your eye and how your eyes open. Especially if you have slightly deeper set eyes or even hooded eyes, this is really gonna help you figure out where you should start your cut crease. If you have deeper set eyes, like I do, mine aren't super deep. My sister has like deeper set eyes than I do, but I do have deep set eyes, so whenever I open or look straight to the camera, it kind of creates this crease in my eye that kind of covers some of the product. So you want to make sure that that cut crease is going a little bit above that. That way anything that you're putting on your lid can be seen. So like in this, for this look, like glitter, I want my glitter to be seen. But say if you're doing like any other kind of cut crease, you want that color or shimmer or whatever you're putting on your lid to show. And this little trick is the easiest way, in my opinion, to get that. And I know there's different ways. I've tried different ways, but this one just seems to be the easiest for me. So that's why I use the liquid concealer first. Then the second concealer I'm going to use is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the shade NW15. This is a cream concealer. It's a bit thicker, so I think it's easier to move around, and I feel like it sits on that cream and kind of places it, and it doesn't let it move. I hope that makes sense. That might not make any sense at all. But it's just thicker, and whenever you place it, it doesn't move as easy as the liquid. Make sure you're also always trying to make sure you're matching. Now that the concealer is on there and the cut crease is there, what I like to do next is to take that pink shade or whatever shade you're using for the top part of the cut crease and going back in and adding that product back in. This helps define that line where the cut crease is. This is a little trick I learned from a YouTuber I used to watch a long time ago when I started learning how to do makeup. And this is how she created really, really contrasting cut creases. I feel like this just helps make that cut crease line pop a bit more. And it puts that original shade back in. Now that the concealer is on there, I'm going to set it really quick using some translucent powder. I'm using a fluffy brush for this, and I'm just going to pat this in. I'm not going to blend anything because I don't want anything to blend out. We're just using this setting powder to set that concealer so it doesn't crease. Now for the glitter glue I'm going to use is the Hard Candy Glitter Stay. And for the glitter, I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Glitter in the shade Crystal Cave. It's just like a silver glitter. Apparently words are really hard for me today, which they're hard for me all the time. I'm using this thick brush because it has a lot of surface area. it can cover a lot of surface area. But be very careful about not getting it too far up on that cut crease, because then it'll cover that cut crease. Then using the same brush with glue on it, I'm gonna pick up that glitter and just kind of pat it in and press it into that glue all over my lid. Now I am going like out this way. I want the glitter to be everywhere underneath that pink. I only had to do one layer of this on the other eye, so I probably will only have to do one layer of this on this eye. I do switch to a smaller brush, so you'll see me do that in a second, just because I want to get right up against my lash line and right up against that cut crease line. I want to make sure the whole surface is covered in glitter. The smaller brush I'm going to use is a Mehron Paradise Makeup AQ812 brush. I'm going to do the same thing and pick up some of that glue, and then I'm going to go right up against that pink where that cut crease meets. And then doing the same thing, picking up the glitter, and then just pressing it in. This brush just helps me be a little bit more precise with my placement. I love glitter looks, but this glitter goes everywhere and I feel like I can never get rid of it. It's like here to stay forever. And because I do a lot of glittery looks, it's always here. To kind of clean up some of the glitter, I'm gonna use a fluffy brush to just kind of swipe it away. This isn't gonna get everything, but it's just to get to the loose pieces. Then to clean up a little bit more, I'm gonna take a wipe, kind of clean up some of that glitter. And I'm also gonna use it as on the point of my finger to clean up this edge. This is where it's really gonna match the other eye. Usually when I do this, I go up towards my eyebrow. That's kind of how I map out where the cleanup should be. I didn't do too bad on matching. Thank goodness. I thought I had done mismatching eyes. That's always awful. But that's kind of how I map it and know where to clean up at. So that is it for the top part of the eyes. I'm going to go off camera to do my base really quick, and then I'll come back to finish everything. I'm back. This side is completely finished, so I'm going to show you how I did it on this side. Using that Bellalash brush with the shade Love on it, I'm going to blend this underneath of my waterline. Just kind of blend it out. I don't want too much of this color underneath, just a touch. I also did line my waterline in Tight Line off camera. I used the NYX Epic Wear liner stick in the shade Pink Spirit. For highlighter, I'm going to be using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed powder in the shade Pearl. Picking up a little bit on my finger, I'm going to put it on my inner corner. I'm doing that as well on my brow bone. Picking up a 510 brush, I'm going to focus this highlighter on the peak of my cheek. I'm not going to really blend it out too far out like I normally do. I'm trying something different. So I'm just going to put it just like right on the apple of my cheekbone and just kind of blend it right there. And then just taking a little bit and blending it on my forehead. Again, not using too much. Taking an e.l.f. blending brush, I'm going to focus this right above my bridge of my nose. There we go. And then just picking up a little bit to put on the tip of my nose. Going a little bit more subtle on the highlighter and seeing how I feel about it. I usually feel like I do too much sometimes, and I don't really mean to, because I like a lot of highlighter, but I feel like I'm kind of getting into the minimal is better than that. I think I'm just going to use a touch of highlighter in the places that I usually put it at. Kind of see how I like it. Now that's all I'm doing for the face, so I'm going to set everything with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. For lips, I just wanted to try a lip tint. I haven't tried these lip tints in a while, so I wanted to use them. I'm going to use the Flora tint by Benefit in the shade Desert Rose. I'm worried this might be a little too red, but this is what I used for my blush off camera. So I think it'll kind of tie everything in. So it definitely is a little too red. So I'm going to take a wipe and see if maybe I can wipe some of the product off. It is a lip tint, so it's not gonna come off, but maybe lighten it up a little bit. Fix this a little bit. I have this Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lipstick in the shade Warm Taupe. It's kind of a nude color, so I'm going to use this to kind of lighten this up a little bit. We still have some of the red in there, but using this to kind of lighten it up and blend it out. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Not exactly what I wanted, but Again, it's a lip tint, so it's not coming off. So I'm just gonna make do with what I did. I'll know next time it's too red. I just thought maybe once I applied it and like wiped it off, it would lighten up a little bit, but that is not the case. I still have a little bit of the red on the outer corners and then that nude in the middle. I like it. It's cute. It'll do. I also forgot mascara, so I'm gonna do this off camera. And I'm using the Benefit Their Real Mascara. So that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I like hearing y'all's feedback, so please comment down below with anything you'd like to tell me or any future videos you'd like to see. Until next time, bye.